So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you guys can start increasing your profit margins, whether you're already selling on Amazon, you have bad margins, you want to increase them, or you're just starting out, you want to start making money on Amazon. Here's how you want to structure everything so you can actually have higher margins over time. I'm going to give you a quick, very simple fix so you can go out and start sourcing and start finding more margin products today, but also a more long-term fix. So in the next several months or a year, or however long you run your Amazon business for, you can focus on building up that margin over time. Because this, again, is like a journey. There's things you can implement, but at the end of the day, it's really about how you're actually structuring your catalog to give you more money. And that's what I'm going to touch on in today's video. So like I mentioned, very easy fix. A lot of you probably have seen this already. Nonetheless, we're going to jump into some of the easy fixes, such as using coupons. I like to use Capital One Shopping. Whenever you're going to a checkout page to buy some products, well, the first thing I always check before I even look any deeper into that product is, does this website have any coupons? As soon as it does, as long as my price point that I find that product on this website for somewhat close to being profitable or right around the break-even point, what I'll do is I'll go put some in my cart, try and check out, and I'll use Capital One Shopping Chrome extension to see if it catches any coupons. And obviously that's going to bake in that extra money, make it more profitable, give you some more margin. So you have to be utilizing coupons. This goes without saying, doing online arbitrage. Now, I don't specifically rely on coupons for all my products, but some products, obviously, this is going to be a huge factor. So that is one easy way to go ahead and start increasing your margins. Capital One Shopping, Cooper's another good one. There's a lot of them out there. These are the ones that I prefer myself. Now, obviously, you also want to consider cashback. I like Top Cashback a lot. You can pull money a lot quicker from them. Rakuten's another good one. Those are like the two main ones I use. Now, some recommendations for when you are using cashback services. Don't just use one for every single checkout, especially if you're going on a frenzy of just ordering products back and forth over and over again. You want to do them kind of like periodically. So you'll use Top Cashback for this website, then you'll use Rakuten for the next one, and you'll go back and forth. This will just make sure that you're actually getting all the cashback you're owed. If you just start spamming Rakuten over and over again, sometimes there's issues with them just not giving you what you're owed or canceling and denying some cash back. So that's why if you flip-flop, it increases your chance of getting all that cash back. Obviously that's going to help for margin. Now, in terms of cash back, I don't necessarily factor that into my buy cost. However, it's like a cherry on top. So I would never use like a 5% cash back and then bake that into my buy costs. You don't want to be doing that I'm not going to get into it, but at the end of the day, you don't want to factor that into your buy costs. Instead, what you want to do is just use it as a cherry on top. And that's what I do with my Top Cashback and with Rakuten. So that's another easy way to increase your margin. Obviously, we also got discounted gift cards. Now, this is new to some people. I know a lot of people that do OA more more long, a little bit longer, have been in the game a bit more, know about gift cards and what you can do with these. Now, a lot of websites have really, really good rates for discounted gift cards. Some websites I'll look into have 15%, 20%, 10%, right? These are all going to be huge things you can implement into your buying to really get your buy costs down. And the biggest thing is a lot of arbitrage sellers that are also trying to compete against you on the same types of listings are not going to be going in here trying to do this. So you're at a massive advantage already just because you have an extra 10% to give on these products. You can obviously outprice them. You're making more money, and this is going to directly increase your margin right away. Now, some places to buy gift cards, Card Cookie, Card Cash, Raise, which just changed to GCX. You can use websites like Card Bear and Gift Card Wiki. They're kind of like Google search engines for gift cards, and they'll pretty much display the top selling ones. So essentially, you could look down here, like Walmart up to 5%, Target pretty much always has 7%. These are pretty much standard, but then you'll get some really crazy rates sometimes, like Lowe's, 10% is huge, Bass Pro Shops, 14%, Dick's, again, Old Navy, JCPenney. Like I said, sometimes I come across websites that have like a 24% discount on these gift cards, which is pretty insane. So you need to be utilizing these if you're doing arbitrage, right? Not every website you look through is going to have any that are going to be solid. Some might be 2%, some might not even have any. But sometimes you will run across them, and that's going to directly increase easily put an extra couple thousand in your pockets, especially as you begin to scale this business. So next thing is rewards accounts. This is something you want to be utilizing, right? Like Walgreens has rewards accounts, Dick's Sporting Goods, Staples, all these places have rewards accounts that you can go ahead, sign up for. And a lot of times you can keep stacking these codes. So for Walgreens, you have all these codes you can keep stacking on all your orders, right? But then also you're stacking a ton of rewards, baking in so much more margin like that. Some of these websites, rewards programs are pretty insane. Walgreens just so happens to be one where it literally pretty much is giving you almost an extra 15 to 20% off each purchase after you place a couple orders. consistently, because you keep rinsing those rewards, using them, buying some more, getting more rewards, and repeating that process. So you want to be signing up, especially from these big websites that you're buying from very consistently. You want to get that rewards account set up as you're ordering, as you're placing orders. Use that, get that money back, and then obviously place towards your order. Get your buy cost down. Now these are all things you want to factor into your buy cost, right? The only thing I'm not really factoring into my buy cost is any cash back that I get, but everything like this, with obviously discounted gift cards, rewards, these kinds of things, we're factoring into our buy cost directly. That's directly increasing our margin at the end of the day when we look at seller board and we're tracking our profits. So other thing is credit cards. Now this is huge, especially if you're placing a lot of orders from Target, a lot of orders from Walmart. These places that have these store credit cards will give you back pretty insane cash back, like Walmart, 5% for everything. Same thing for Target, 5% off. Target.com every day for everything, right? These are the things you want to be utilizing if you're buying a lot of inventory from there. And this is maybe not something you'd want right away when you're starting out, but as you progress and you figure where you're buying your stuff from, there's going to be a huge thing you can start implementing inside of your business. PayPal also has a really good rewards one, but also business credit cards, knowing what to use, right? Like your Capital One Spark 2%, American Express Blue, you get 0% interest for the first 12 months, easy card to get approved for as a new business, 1.5% back up to a certain amount of spend, right? These are all cards that you can just use and put your money, put your spend on. And obviously when we get into capital and buying products, you want to be careful. And I'm not telling anyone how to do this, right? That's not what I do, but I'm just letting you know what I did. You have liquid cash to back your spend, and then you can use business cards. You get those rewards back. Don't just over leverage business credit if you don't have the money to back it. Leverage what you do have in liquid. Obviously, get the rewards back, then use your liquid to pay off the cards, and then repeat that cycle and just keep rinsing it like that. Get that extra 2% back. It's easy. It makes sense. There's no reason why you should be putting your spend on just on your own liquid cash, personal money. You're going to be getting no rewards back for that. It really just doesn't make any sense. So these are very easy fixes. Most of you probably know about these easy fixes, and they're just things that you should be implementing anyways if you're doing online arbitrage. If you're brand new and you haven't known about these, well, you have to implement these when you're sourcing. Always double check on these, because this is going to directly give you some more money in your side of your pocket. But what about the real fix, right? Because that's a simple fix. You should already know that. But the real fix is really this, and it comes down to this little formula we got here. So products that you buy today, okay, you buy it today. It takes 2 weeks to get checked in. Then you finally sell the product. Then here you go. Here's your profit after fees, whatever the market price is. Okay, notice how I say market price, because the market price on Amazon is always changing, right? Sometimes the product sells at 20, 25, 18. It's all over the place, and that's normal with an arbitrage product. You're not going to really see crazy consistency. So our job here is to really optimize our catalog over time to only be carrying products that are making us that high margin. Because the first time, and this is why we go through test periods. If we buy a product, we see how profitable it actually is once it sells, depending on how the competition comes up, how the competition falls, depending on if the product sells slower, sells quicker. That's going to directly impact the price of the product. So just because we buy a product, and in today's terms, we're going to use return on investment, ROI, instead of margin, because it's just easier to pay attention to, especially for new sellers. It's an easier metric to track. Sometimes you'll buy a product at a 50% ROI, but by the time we get it sent in and it checks in and it sells, maybe we've only made 23% on it, right? So, and again, this is why we buy products at higher ROI, to give us that cushion. But if you buy a product at 30% and then you get checked in and then you're only making 2% ROI on it, right? That's going to obviously destroy your overall store's margin. And those are products you'd want to weed out outside of your store. So this is kind of what you can expect and how that pretty much looks like. Let's just say we have a bunch of these products that we're buying, right? This is products, this is our sales, and then this is how much we're actually getting paid out. You're going to have winners, which is these green ones, your 60%. You're going to have okay products at 23%, right? This is just normal. You can't really avoid this. This is what's going to happen. No one's going to only buy products that are going to be really profitable forever. You're going to have products that tank, products that something happens to, and you just maybe lose a bit of money on, or break even, or make under 10% ROI, and that's fine, right? That, again, this is just normal. There's no way to fully avoid that. But if you can look at this, and again, this is why we use Seller Board to track our true profits. If you can go inside a Seller Board, see your true profits like this, and really maximize the ones that are making your money and cut out the ones that aren't, and then go deeper on the ones that are making you the more money, and then get new products to fill in the place of these red ones. And again, once you've tested them and you see they're making money, add them right back to your main bulk of catalog and the products that you keep restocking and going deeper on. You slowly begin to build out a catalog that looks like this, right? Replace these with new products. We go deeper on these. The ones that are okay, if you have extra money laying around, then again, keep the orders smaller just in case we do fall back a bit more. You don't want to be losing a bunch of money. This is eventually what you're going to do, and then slowly you're going to build out a catalog that looks something like this. Have really good products, have some okay products here and there, but your overall goal with all of this is to really optimize your catalog of products that are giving you a ton of return, ton of margin. And this is just something you need to do as you cycle through products. Like, it's not going to happen your first time if you're brand new. It's probably not going to happen your second time, maybe not your third, but as you progress, get into month 3, 4, 5, 6, you should really be only putting money into the ones you've tested that are coming down. You're right, offer counts coming down, prices going back up, products that are really promising, and obviously you've been doing it for long at this point. So you have a really good sense of reading charts and you know exactly what you're looking for. And your sole goal as a business owner, right? Hopefully you have systems in place. You have a VA feeding your products. You sold through a bunch of products because sourcing's so easy. And now your job is to really take this catalog of products you sold through previous couple months. You look at seller board, you look at what you sold through this past year, and you look down that list. Okay, this is really good right now. I'm for sure going to make money on this. This one looks like there's a lot of offers coming on. I don't want to restock this one. I feel like this one's probably going to drop, right? That is what you're going to be doing. You're very analytical with these products. And then next thing you know, you have a nice catalog. You're making a ton of ROI. Your margin's growing. You're making more money because that's the biggest thing with this. This is a long-term fix. It's optimizing your catalog. And this goes back to that sustainable OA approach of just having so many products to buy through that you have all these different items on the sideline. You have old listings, you have your VA listings, you have products that you're finding yourself with broad reverse sourcing, with Product Finder, then going deeper, doing brand search with Product Finder, and you're building out this optimized catalog right here of products that are giving you that high ROI, giving you high margin when you sell through the products. So this is the big fix, and this you can't just do today. I mean, you can go back and look at your old products and be a little bit more analytical with products you sold through. But if you're brand new, this is just something that you're gonna think of right now. Know like, okay, this is my goal long term. So as I sell through products, be really picky with the products you restock, because my first couple months, I had this one product that sold extremely fast, had really, really tight margins, but I didn't care because it sold really fast, and I just wanted to grow my sales like crazy. This product I barely scraped by with like a 17% ROI. I really didn't make that much money. After returns, after shipping to Amazon, after all these things considered, I probably barely scraped by with a 7%, 6% margin on my overall sales. That's really, really bad. Okay, you want to be shooting for 10% minimum. So don't let like your ego get to you with really fast moving products just to grow your sales. At the end of the day, margin is the most important thing. You need to be optimizing it over time. And this is the long-term fix to all that. Now look, I usually don't do this, but I like showcasing some results from some of my students these past couple weeks because people have just been crushing it. So I just wanted to display it. Eric right here, absolutely crushing a 4K day. I mean, this is his 4th month and he's absolutely eating. Tyler, same thing, 1K day, just putting the work. Again, at this stage right now, optimizing the catalog to get us more margin. Alex is literally doing 20K his second month. We're going into month 3 right now in November. 20K in his second month. This is doable. You got to put in the work. You got to make it work. And hopefully my videos on YouTube here help you go ahead and start and actually up your margin by watching videos like this. Because again, I like to share real information on my YouTube channel to actually help you guys grow your Amazon business. Same thing right here with Maria. Where are we at? Almost 20K. I believe this is her 3rd month. Amazon's real. There's plenty of room here for everyone to capitalize on and make money on. With Arbitrage, there's so many products. This is never ending. This is always growing. The results speak for themselves. This thing works, right? If you want my one-to-one help, my personal help one-on-one to help you guys get results just like this is literally just from this past 2 weeks, just a couple people that I pulled from the group that are just crushing it right now. If you guys want results similar to this, as long as you're willing to work, you have capital for product, you actually want to make this thing work, and you want to build a real business on Amazon, there's a link down below. Book in a call. We'll speak. If it's a good fit, then we'll get started as early as this week. But this video was a lot different than my other ones, right? This was a little bit more of like a broad type topic. When it comes to building a real business online, it's not cookie cutter. It's never cookie cutter. I know every video you see is very similar, but these are real types of things that are really going to bring your business forward over time, right? We're in it for the long run here. This isn't no short term, flip a couple things on Amazon, make a little bit of money, and then throw in the towel and go to the next business model. This is long term, stay in this business. How do we do that? It is exactly like I mentioned in this video. And if that's not what you want to hear, then again, Amazon, online business just probably isn't for you, and it's okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Let me know down below if you have any video recommendations, and I'll be sure to make some of those soon. Peace.